When we look at the current world, we begin to see how many governments have tried to erase main events in history. Luckily, society has rebelled against this and fought back to preserve these important moments. On the podcast, The Handmaid's Tale Novel Insights Real Impact, we talk about a very super cool book, The Handmaid's Tale, a novel written by Margaret Atwood as speculative fiction. Today's topic is memory as resistance, and we also connect these events to the real world we live in. Today's episode is Chuds and Roses. Yay! We will also have a special guest join us later in the episode and have a wondrous sponsor for all you chuds out there. Hello and welcome to the totally awesome The Handmaid's Tale Novel Insights Real Impact podcast. Starting off, the host of this, yours truly, Santi, aka me. I'm the I'm the most amazing professional blueberry eater, very swaggy, and my vocabulary consists of random buzzwords.
Yo, what's up, lady and Jids? Carlitos here, and I'm happy to say I did not get fired today. I'm a oh my god! Next up is King Chud.
No autographs at the moment, please. I'm Gabriel. I'm starring in this episode and also sponsoring these broke boys. I'm King of Chutopia and just like a hillbilly.
Hey guys, so my name is Jacob Tasty Cereal, also known as Jacob. I make fish memes and on other stuff. Comes to show I create so much things and currently behind the audio technicians of this episode, so it's gonna be good.
As we discuss the novel The Handmaid's Tale, we will be talking about the suppression of victims and survivors from the novel and how their memories can contribute to something greater. Memories are not just memories, but history, movements, and justice. These characters are considered rebellious already due to the fact that remembering past life is prohibited, but also remembering the past and taking a stand for what it is makes it so special.
Next up is our claims.
Gilead can control the body, but they cannot control the story once it's shared. By leaving these marks behind, these women transform their suffering into an indestructible weapon of rebellion that outlives the people who try to crush them. It's a pretty powerful way to look at it, that simply saying I was serious enough to undermine the whole dictatorship. I mean, if you look at it a certain way, yes, it may not do anything, but in the end of the day, you're telling your story, you're sharing what you have to share to people. You're sharing to the younger generation or the older. It doesn't really matter. You're just telling your story, showing that you were there, that you existed, and that they couldn't get rid of you even if they tried. One of the best ways to do this is by either telling your children, telling the people, or just spreading it all around by just saying something entirely to anyone. By sharing your story and getting it out there, you help yourself to stay alive. Even if you're gone, you will still be living amongst the people. And yes, this might be just a book, and we might just be talking about it, but you can see this in real life in multiple ways when the media tries to quiet down someone or get rid of someone entirely, but they still spread on the word, especially with inventions and things like that that move us forward. A lot of people get silenced before they can speak out. A lot of people get quieted down for no reason. You can share your story, you can speak with people, you can spread it out, especially now, in more ways than one, since we have the social media. You can speak to anyone, any place, anywhere to tell your story. You don't have to be alone. This is mainly because all the people, governments, agencies, anything, try to quiet you down and stuff like that. Share your story, and then you can help someone or help yourself. Next up, passing it to Jacob.
Memory as a resistance in The Handmaid's Tale, sensory functions as an active opposing force against Gilead's theorized monochrome world, you know. By mentally revisiting textures and scents of her past life, it senses like her senses are like giving out nail polish weight of denim and or sunlight on a rug. Yeah, Offroad recreates a world that the government has from being fully realizing the state's ethnical identity. I mean, while Gilstead attempts privacy to purely biological function, her once on remembering the forbidden stuff of the past creates like a personal state that has no case. Each remembered piece becomes a quiet no. The refusal to accept the plain red cloak present as the only possible truth.
Mine as resistance is the essence of fighting back against the system. For example, Alfred holds on to her identity as she thinks her about her life before Gilead. You hear that? She remembers about her daughter, Luke, and her independence.
To piggyback off of Gabriel's claim, Offred can be caught by the reader often thinking about her past life. She often thinks about her mother, who has been sent to clean toxic waste, and her husband Luke, who suddenly went missing. Offred occasionally remembers these events and memories. This serves as a rebellion due to it being restricted. Not only is she just doing it, but she clearly remembers her self-identity and doesn't allow herself to lose that. This ties into memory as rebellion. Remembering certain memories can be used to shape one's identity by actively remembering past experiences to resist trauma.
Yeah, that was a yap session. I feel like we should talk about who's sponsoring this whole operation. Take it away, Carlitos.
Boy, today's episode is sponsored by the wonderful civilization called Chudtopia. Yes, it's true. We're finally sponsored by Gabriel. Yes, the King Chud himself has sponsored us and graced us with his presence, this podcast. Now, let's pass it on to him and let's see what he tells us.
Let me talk to you about my sponsor. This is Chudtopia, where every Chud can find section and can be constantly outraged, dismissing opposing views, and continue to paying for only bans without being judged. Facts. Speak your shit indeed, cousin. Now, we have some questions from the people. We have this question from Poopy Winifart69. How does the Offred use memory as a way to resist Gilead's control? Well, my fellow Chad, if you read the story, Offred resists Gilead's control by recalling her real name and her roles as a wife and mother, which allows her to mentally detach from her dehumanizing reality. Duh!
Anyways, our special guest has arrived. Let's give it up for Silly Hazel. Let's see what she has to say. Thank you for that amazing input, Hazel. And now, time for our key points. Take it away, Gabriel.
Basically, Alfred uses her memories as some kind of resistance against Gilead. Because even though Gilead controls her life, they can't control her mind. By remembering her real name and past, she holds on to her identity. And she reminds herself that Gilead is normal. That's how her memory helps her fight back against Gilead's Jew magic. The Televi, aka Gilead. Bro, you're fucking this up, man.
Thank you guys for tuning in and join us next time as we talk about Chudtopia. And remember, you too can make a difference.
Remember, you too can help by checking out the link in the donation on our flyer and presentation. Thank you for tuning in for our podcast, and stay tuned for another episode. We hope you enjoyed our special guest, Silly Hazel, and our amazing sponsor, brought to you by King Chud, King of Chudtopia. By the way, Silly Hazel says to make sure to take a look at our flyer to see how you can help.